Supreme, one of the most recognizable clothing brands in streetwear. Everyone has seen the box logo before. From 2016 to 2018, Supreme was the biggest streetwear brand, if not the biggest clothing brand in the world. But it hadn't always been like that for Supreme, and it's not even like that anymore. So what happened from 2016 to 2018? Let's take a little trip down memory lane. Welcome into the Embassy of Everything, and welcome back to another video. Today we're remembering the Supreme hype. Leading up to the hype. Supreme was founded in 1994 by James Jebbia, where he opened the first Supreme store in New York. Back then, only smaller groups of skaters went there to get their skate gear and also to buy skate clothing. Remember, Supreme is first and foremost a skate brand. People might forget that with all the craziness that surrounded the brand later on. Anyway, they released 3 t-shirts as the first clothing. A tee with a skater, a tee with Travis Bickle from Taxi Driver, and a tee that would become the brand's most recognizable and iconic product ever, the box logo tee. And as time went on, Supreme would release different versions of the box logo, along with releasing a bunch of other clothing and accessories. In 2004, they opened their second store in LA, and as time went on, they opened multiple stores around the world. The brand grew in popularity, making collabs with different celebrities like Mike Tyson, Kate Moss, and even Kermit the Frog. In general, they were very good at giving the brand a feel of exclusivity, even if the owner James Jebbia said that Supreme is just a normal skate brand. The hype begins. Now, after years of growth and rise in popularity, it had gotten to the point where Supreme needed to make a controlled line of people outside their stores every Thursday. And the people that weren't going to the stores were all sitting ready at 11 AM to buy the clothing online. And after a while, mainstream celebrities also started wearing Supreme. The brand had taken off. With a low stock of Supreme items and a huge demand for it, the Supreme hype had started. Coming off a big season in fall-winter 2015 with a bunch of hyped items like the box logo crew necks, Supreme air horn, and of course the
fucking crowbar.
Supreme went on an almost undefeated streak with great seasons from there, releasing hyped items like the Supreme bolt cutters, Motion logo hoodie, Supreme boxing bag, box logo hoodies, Supreme X B&O speaker, and of course the greatest accessory ever created, the Supreme brick. Then came 2017. After a good first season releasing hyped items like the Supreme bike, the Supreme CDG box logo, and the almighty Supreme money gun, Supreme would have its most hype and exclusive drop ever. In the summer of 2017, the Supreme X Louis Vuitton collab arrived. A collab that everyone wanted to get their hands on, even with box logo tees that cost $485 at retail, because those same t-shirts resold for more than $2,000 a piece. People were gathering outside the Supreme stores all over the world to try and just get a glimpse of the new drop. Celebrities all over the world started wearing it as well. It was the hottest thing in the world at the time, with Vogue naming it the best fashion collaboration of 2017. Supreme had reached its peak, and when the fall-winter 2017 season started, everyone was either sitting ready at their computer when the clock hit 11 AM or waiting in line outside the Supreme stores. They had a great season with many collabs including NARS, Stone Island, Scarface, Nike, The North Face, and to top it off they also dropped a bunch of the famous box logo hoodies. Almost everything that Supreme dropped that season sold out and got resold for ridiculous amounts. The hype continued into 2018, where they dropped many iconic accessories and a couple of different box logos in the fall as well. Everyone in the world knew Supreme, but like all good things, it had to end at some point. The aftermath. Coming into 2019, the hype that Supreme had gathered started to slowly decline along with the rest of hypebeast culture. People had seen the box logo now, and it didn't garner the hype it did earlier. Everyone had felt the rush of trying to buy some Supreme as quickly as possible before it sold out. Like any other trend, it was bound to lose its hype at some point. But even though the Supreme hype is now non-existent, the company is still thriving. Because in November of 2020, Supreme was sold for $2.1 billion to VF Corporation, who also owns Vans, Timberland and the North Face. In 2022, Supreme's net income was around $500 million. Do you think Supreme will ever regain the hype it had, or was the period from 2016 to 2018 the peak of the brand? Did we miss anything about the Supreme hype from 2016 to 2018? If we did, then please let us know, and if you have any crazy memories from the Supreme hype, then feel free to tell us in the comments below. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, then please leave a like, it really helps out the channel. Subscribe to the Embassy of Everything to become a citizen if you want to see more in the future. Here's your passport again, sir. Cheerio and have a good day.